Every year, the average American loses nearly $600 to worthless purchases that seem brilliant at 2 a.m. The tragic part? Most never recognize the pattern until it's too late. How many game-changing items are gathering dust in your closet right now? Today, we're breaking down 10 products cluttering Amazon bestseller lists. Items that look fantastic on screen but disappoint in reality. And item 1, you might be using it this very moment. 9. Sketchy multi-port USB chargers. Countless customers are installing these charging bricks into their walls daily, convinced they're making a savvy investment. Meanwhile, they're inadvertently creating genuine safety hazards. These listings dominate Amazon with stellar ratings, professional photography, and reassuring language about rapid, dependable power delivery. Yet underneath that polished veneer lurks a troubling reality: subpar internal construction, absent regulatory approval, and temperatures climbing dangerously high. It represents terrible economics. You can serve $5 while gambling with thousands in potential destruction. Consider the placement next to your sleeping area, your child's room, your kitchen surrounded by fabrics and cooking equipment. You're depending on a $2 nameless device constructed from bargain components. Here's what gets buried in the fine print. Many of these gadgets lack proper UL certification, that's seal confirming actual safety testing. Instead, they advertise flashy aesthetics and technical jargon, like intelligent circuitry. Meanwhile, they're banking on you never examining the details. Smart consumers recognize the warning signs: marketing that's too slick, shipping that's suspiciously quick, pricing that seems impossible. That's usually when trouble begins. Amazon makes these purchases effortless, but informed buyers see through it. Don't trade convenience for catastrophe. Your safety surpasses promotional savings. 8 collapsible garden hoses. Here's the deception: lightweight, flexible, compact storage. Ask anyone who's owned one past the initial weeks. They rupture, they seep, they abandon you when the season heats up. One household in Nevada watched theirs burst instantly on opening. When something stops functioning before your landscaping tasks finish, was it truly equipment? The problem intensifies because these hoses shift inventory each spring. Marketing photos show them expertly coiled, promising flexibility and durability. In practice, seams separate, connection points leak, and the material deteriorates to disappointment. You're soaked, aggravated, and hauling a defunct tube across your yard. Real gardeners will confirm quality equipment has substance. It performs for seasons, not days. That soft construction breaking down faster means sweltering conditions destroy these particularly fast. One shopper wrote, 2 weeds, 1 tomato plant, complete failure. If your yard battles require genuine tools, get ones worth maintaining. Avoid the marketing trap. Robust simplicity beats clever gimmicks. When heat rises, weeds spread, and your equipment fails. You've wasted water, time, and composure. 7. Counterfeit premium charging cables. You discover a reinforced-looking cord, perhaps advertising Kevlar qualities. You purchase it. It degrades, or more likely, it destroys your device's charging port. A customer reported, appeared sturdy, broke within days, damaged my phone's connection permanently. The truth stings. Prestigious branding doesn't equal legitimate construction. You're acquiring headaches, not insurance. The strategy proves cunning yet destructive. These wires appear with braided covers, aggressive language like military grade, and claim durability. Inside dwells shoddy assembly, substandard materials, and zero legitimate testing. You connect it optimistically, and within days, your device won't charge. The port deteriorates, and the return period vanishes. The traditional Amazon scenario plays out: striking presentation, fabricated testimonials, personal frustration costing considerably more than the original purchase. These cables typically don't simply fail, they inflict damage. Your phone's charging entrance ranks among its most delicate components. One faulty cable, one mishandled disconnection, and you're facing a $400 service bill. A user shared how their supposedly unbreakable cable fractured inside their tablet, demanding extraction with instruments and considerable stress. Purchasing bargain items appears prudent until you're holding a defunct $1,000 device with no alternative. Would you install fake safety components in your automobile to economize? No. then why entrust your expensive smartphone to unknown merchandise from unfamiliar companies? Authentic technology provides assurance. Counterfeit versions merely pretend. By the moment you comprehend the distinction, prevention becomes impossible. Overlook the weaving pattern, ignore marketing terminology, refuse the discount. Regarding power delivery, penny pinching becomes expensive immediately. 6. Budget electric milk frothers. You crave barista-caliber beverages at home, yet instead of luxurious foam, you received mechanical disappointment. These devices scarcely generate bubbles, drain batteries rapidly, and malfunction within 14 days. Susan from Texas described hers freezing mid-operation with no recovery. If it can't produce 2 acceptable beverages, it shouldn't consume your cabinet space. Mornings deserve something magical. Smooth texture, chocolate sprinkles, luxury within your residence. Unfortunately, budget frothers exchange cafe sophistication for bargain basement performance. Activate the switch, nothing occurs. Or worse, it vibrates aggressively like an insect trapped inside a container, leaving you with partially bubbled lukewarm milk. Your tranquil morning transforms into caffeinated irritation. Batteries perish immediately. Motors lack initial strength. Plastic construction bends with minimal pressure. One person quipped, "I've encountered more capability in hotel bathroom toothbrushes." When something cannot reliably accomplish its single purpose, it becomes clutter, not equipment. Spending marginally extra guarantees genuine performance. Occasionally economizing means bypassing the most economical selection. 5. Automatic jar openers that fail immediately marketed as transformative solutions, specifically for arthritic individuals or those with reduced gripping capability. Reviews overflow with anger and refund requests. Purchasers report single-use functionality, following by slippage, stalling, or complete breakdown. A user described it, struggling with basic condiment containers before stopping entirely. You're purchasing frustration, not assistance, wrapped in plastic packaging. Frustration intensifies when technology intended to simplify your existence achieves the reverse. These products advertise self-reliance, confidence, and respite, yet provide exasperation, mechanical noises, and battery exhaustion. Imagine somebody experiencing joint complications, attempting to retrieve preserved vegetables, experiencing betrayal from a mechanism that stammers, clicks, and ceases functioning. It transcends merchandise failure. It becomes betrayed expectation. Quality concerns compound the injury. Components slip. Gripping surfaces deteriorate. Exterior casing appears capable of fracturing from proximity. For an instrument meant to withstand pressure, its weakness proves laughable. A user summarized it: a doorstop with an electrical button. It proves maddening because individuals who genuinely need reliable help squander resources on items resembling unfinished experiments. Seeking legitimate kitchen assistance means dismissing tricks and selecting instruments carrying established records, community recognition, and legitimate craftsmanship. Everyone deserves straightforward meal preparation without disappointment from yet another online letdown. 4. Fancy ice cube trays with faulty lids. Superficially, they constitute an attractive kitchen enhancement. Sealed compartments, geometrically perfect cubes. Then the lids fail to seal properly. Contents escape. Plastic warps. Results turn chaotic. You envisioned cocktail sophistication. Instead, wet hands and misshapen cubes. Occasionally, conventional approaches demonstrate superior judgment. A textbook demonstration of excessive claims and inadequate execution. These trays feature promotional language about elegance, crystal clear ice, stackable organization, spill-proof engineering. Experience reveals scientific experimentation gone wrong. Lids either pop free during freezing or entrap atmosphere, producing partially crystallized lumps. Attempting organized storage causes water to cascade like comedy. Someone shared, "Seemed perfect when purchasing, currently resides in my miscellaneous storage." Ironically, they charge more, accomplish less, and transform straightforward procedures into complicated chilly ordeals. Traditional trays might lack refinement, yet they function reliably. Nothing leaks. Nothing develops odors. Nothing produces unexpected ice puddles. When merchandise complicates fundamental activities purely for aesthetic appeal, It represents not innovation, inconvenience masquerading as advancement. Resist kitchen appearance marketing, style becomes meaningless when scrubbing melted cubes at midnight. Truthfully, visitors aren't scrutinizing your frozen water. They desire chilled beverages. So why invest additional resources in something generating complications? Superior merchandise operates invisibly, functioning flawlessly, straightforward, uncomplicated, reliable operation. In our appearance-focused society, often the most economical decision proves simultaneously the most satisfying. 3. Posture correction straps. These products guarantee backbone improvement. Instead, they create shoulder discomfort, generate skin irritation, and accomplish nothing regarding alignment. Marcus, a logistics supervisor, wore 7 days, reported feeling mechanically awkward, plus developing a rash. Your backbone deserves superior treatment than a $13 gimmick. Posture equipment sounds rational. Wear a discreet band, retrain skeletal structure. Experience improvement. Practical experience? Unbearable, ineffectual, and somewhat absurd. Such apparatus generates compression incorrectly, relying on restriction rather than genuine reinforcement. Rather than reactivating skeletal muscles, they merely compress existing ones. Purchasers discontinue wearing them quickly, not from forgetfulness, but from wanting relief. Genuinely correcting spinal positioning isn't accomplished through elastic wrapping. Physical rehabilitation specialists depend on purposeful activity, muscular conditioning, and conscious awareness, not economical elastic restraints recreating medieval torture tactics. A reviewer expressed it perfectly. Never improved my posture, merely reminded me constantly how inexpensive it was during each breath. Dismiss health-related merchandise that appears beneficial but feels torturous. Spinal health deserves superior attention than something costing less than restaurant entrees. 2. Compressed disposable towels. Initially impressive, introduce water and instantaneously receive fabric. Except what materializes represents fragile, moist tissue immediately ripping during application. Advertise for traveling, but essentially throwaway merchandise, underperforming basic functions. One traveler commented, "Attempted removing beverage residue. Ultimately utilized my own clothing." Effective traveling prioritizes substance over aesthetic appeal. These so-called miraculous cloths flood social platforms and online marketplaces, condensed into pill-sized tablets, prepared to astonish observers. The only enchantment involves their disintegration speed. Adding liquid causes expansion, followed by instantaneous degradation, into something resembling damp tissue mixed with disappointment. Wiping something requiring genuine effort, and they fragment instantly. Anticipated technological advancement obtained sodden trash. For what reason? Portability. These occupy equivalent capacity once hydrated, compared to genuine microfiber alternatives while producing inferior outcomes. Non-recyclable, structurally inadequate. Absolutely not justified transportation effort. A Voyager articulated it aptly. Comparable to wiping counter surfaces utilizing drenched receipts. Equipment pack should justify its position. These fail. Dismiss merchandise prioritizing novelty. Authentic equipment functions consistently, never abandons you, never necessitates emergency substitutions. Additionally, they're not economically priced. Per-use expense surpasses normal paper roll expenditure spanning 7 days. It represents manufactured minimalism, concentrated inconvenience delivering exclusively disappointment. Safeguard finances, maintain equilibrium, transport legitimately functional materials. Because during transit, substandard equipment represents your greatest adversary. 1. Generic blue light glasses. Finally, the absolute worst selection. Those fashionable blue light spectacles obtained through Amazon for minimal investment. They don't successfully prevent blue frequencies. Scientific evaluation of economical models demonstrates negligible blockage, basically identical to standard eyewear. Fashionable appearance, zero protective qualities, continued eye fatigue. You didn't purchase protection. You obtained pricey placebo. These spectacles surged in recognition. Content producers promote them enthusiastically. Manufacturer descriptions emphasize superior optics, anti-reflection properties, enhanced sleep benefits. Investigating further exposes uncomfortable truths. Majority of discount spectacles filter insignificant wavelengths. They don't minimize visual stress. They don't advance sleep patterns. They don't rationalize even minimal investment. Promoted as corrective treatment, distributed as transparent polymers, featuring ornamental frames. Regrettably, incorrect assurance ranks most problematic. Individuals utilize these continuously, expecting protection when reality differs. Self-assurance through deception encourages continued screen consumption. Eventually, headaches, deteriorating clarity, perpetual exhaustion. Someone expressed, monthly use. Sleep remained difficult. Vision felt exhausted. Discovered they're merely fashionable transparent frames. It transcends financial loss. It concerns physiological well-being, time consumption, misplaced confidence. When merchandise misrepresents safety guarantees, destruction exceeds advantages. Countless individuals depend on this deception daily, believing themselves protected. For genuine blue light defense, prioritize established producers, scientifically tested components, actual research, not fashionable clear plastic. Because optical organs aren't trends. They're the windows permitting experience of everything. Economizing differs from intelligent purchasing. Every expenditure represents endorsement for superiority, assurance, and avoiding disappointment. Your financial resources correspond to values. The inquiry. Which perspective guides your selections? Share experiences in discussion below. What represented your least intelligent internet acquisition? No condemnation, exclusively honesty. Everyone experiences this scenario, receiving mysterious shipments and questioning judgment. Enjoyed this perspective shift? View our upcoming presentation, 12 Amazon Strategies You Cannot Ignore. It revolutionizes purchasing methodology and shields you from widespread pitfalls. See you there?